The following podcast is most likely unlistenable, unintelligible, inarticulate, problematic, and will probably ruin your day. But if you have any pity in that big red heart of yours, you will listen to these four handsome boys. But, like, for real though, you guys should listen, because they really need this, and it'd be tight if you did. Stay in school.
But to answer your question, Chris, yes, I did follow the Pokemon leaks. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are
My
they?
my
what
brother's
are
really
your
excited
what are
about
your
them.
thoughts
He's
on
been
it?
like jerking off over the like original Gen 3 Pokemon, like all the original designs. He's been really excited
Oh,
about
I
them.
did see that. That was pretty cool. Man, Marchin's probably gonna be so mad that we're talking
I
about
know
this.
I
Like he's
cannot
gonna
believe he's
get.
not here to talk about this.
But it was cool that like there's like Pokemon from as recent as like Black and White that were like
Oh,
concept designs
Yeah,
for
even years ago. Yeah.
in Emerald and yeah, and like Gen 3. Like that's cool. I love when there's a huge fucking I love when someone's career when someone's about to get absolutely get assassinated
I
by a
think that this has
Japanese
got to be
game
like one of the
company.
worst leaks of all times.
This
It's
is
got to be. It's
crazy.
terrible.
Like
And like
he's gonna get killed for this, the guy that
and
leaked
they
out.
like released like the beta source code for a bunch of games, and
I
oh man,
think so.
it's
Didn't they say
awesome.
there's like a whole working build of
Of the
like
PC version of the
unreleased
new game.
game? Yeah,
Yeah.
is got leaked.
I am
That's
so excited.
crazy.
I am so excited. I want to dig that up, and I really want to see if I can play it.
There was some cool stuff. There was the did you it was like the not press conference, a board meeting. It was like a committee meeting on how Ash should like become the Pokemon championship or how they should finish his story. And
I
like
didn't see that.
it was literally like the minutes of the meeting like had leaked. So it was like a whole document that someone had like I guess they probably had a guy, like an intern transcribing the minutes of this meeting. Um and it was like all of like the CEOs and like anime team head and all these like the directors like signing in this like corporate board meeting about how Ash's story should finish and like what it'll mean for like their financial year also and like literally like all the ins and outs and all the calculus they have to do to be like if we are going to do any sort of bullshit with this with the anime or like legacy or like care about fans or do anything, how is it going to
Mhm.
affect us and then how will that amplify it was like it was crazy. So
Does
much
it
stuff
say?
got leaked.
Did it say like when the meeting was? Like, is this a meeting years ago, or is this a recent thing?
I don't know, I think it was all recent, it's all newer stuff. So like they were talking about there's so many things, man. It was like a bunch of new games they were talking about. They were talking about
Yeah,
they're making like a live action Netflix series.
I saw that. That's gonna be absolute dog
oh
shit.
Crazy.
wow.
Maybe it'll be really good.
Did you know there's another like Pokemon Netflix series thing, but like geared at
Oh,
like
like
children?
isn't there
It's
like
like
a
a
felt animation one? There's like a stop motion
yeah,
animation one
yeah. I
that
think that's what I'm
Pokemon.
thinking of. It looked like terrible.
I don't watch any Pokemon anything. I don't watch a
No,
single Pokemon. I don't watch any Pokemon content.
I
That's
watched like 2 years ago. I watched the first I think 3 seasons of Pokemon like just because I wanted to, but I have no desire to go further. It just gets repetitive real quick.
Yeah,
But the
well,
original
it's
series is incredible. It is incredible though.
I know. I'm sure, like maybe if you have nostalgia for it. I mean, I'm sure I could go back and be like, "Oh, this is actually kind of fun."
The
But it's
crazy thing is,
most.
I don't have nostalgia for it. That's the crazy thing. I don't really think I watched the original series when I was a kid.
I
Like,
just feel like I couldn't be able to watch it because there's no like goal. Like, obviously there is a goal, but it's just a commercial. Like the
yeah,
whole thing. And I love obviously
and you know, in like 40 episodes, everything's gonna be reset, like nothing ever
that's what I'm
happened. And
saying. It's just like, oh, and a
yeah,
new game's coming out. So the new like basically new season of Pokemon esports is coming out. So
yeah,
now we have to, you know, reset the show. And it's like, okay, well that's not fun. It's not a fun show.
yeah.
And I
I'm
love
playing.
stuff that's commercials.
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
so I say I'm playing a TCG card simulator right now with a Pokemon mod on it. So I'm just sitting here ripping through Pokemon booster packs. It's the greatest thing ever.
I watched this guy do a video on you know that like thing where it's like could a billion lions beat every single Pokemon, and
Yeah.
then people
Yeah.
are like, no, because in the lore they can't. And this guy's like, I simulated it, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be an awesome video. I can't wait to watch this. These 1,000,000,000 lions. This guy did that on his computer. That's crazy. And then he had like 3D models of all the Pokemon. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna have all the Pokemon fight 1,000,000,000 lions. And then it was just like some boring simulate. He made lions in Pokemon. He like gave them stats.
Oh,
He just
that's
simulated
lame.
a
That's
Pokemon
lame.
fight. He's like,
Wait,
oh,
that's
it's like
awesome.
because like they didn't have guaranteed KO moves. They would run out of PP and they wouldn't be able to beat 1,000,000,000 lions.
Oh,
It's like
not a
boring. Shut up.
That's
I thought it was
awesome.
gonna be like Ultimate Battle Simulator, and this guy had a computer that could simulate 1,000,000,000 lions fighting Pokemon that were like, I don't know, game accurate, and we're just gonna like fight in this. What's that simulator? When they have like 40,000 Death Claws versus like
Yeah, the battle simulator
10,000
game.
Brotherhoods of Steel guys. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like that. I didn't think I was gonna have to. Some guy was gonna be talking about like the speed stats of every Pokemon. That sucked.
That's the interesting part about it, though.
I'm sure Martian would love that.
And then Martian would be like, he'd be like,
He'd
"That's not the
comment.
stats. That's not the
He'd
real
comment.
stats."
Some Pokemon
Actually,
inside joke. The UV of Ivysaur is actually the best in the meta game. Let's start this show. Welcome back to Post Unavailable. It's the podcast for the biggest Pokemon fans in the world. No one else. We're the 3 biggest Pokemon fans in the whole world. I'm, of course,
no one
joined
else.
by Christopher. They call him Christopher Charizard Carbone because he loves his Pokemon so much. He's got
Those
a
Charizard.
tattoo of the lore, the thing that they just leaked with its like how each of the legendaries connect to the world. He's too busy playing. Basically, he's too busy playing Pokemon. He doesn't even know.
Oh, I
how to
thought you were just doing an
He's
introduction
cracking-
going on
he's
to base. Yeah,
cracking
you're looking
cases.
for.
introduce.
Yeah,
That's what he
I
wants.
just cracked 1,024 in like
Oh my
Chris is
god.
leaking
minutes.
all the game. He's hacking into Game Freak
I'm telling
right
Game
now.
Freak what you're
I know
doing.
they're gonna be after me.
You can't have that mod.
They're gonna send me a cease and
Basey-
desist.
Basically, the Game Freak is here. What do you got to say for yourself?
Uh-oh.
That'd be a cool tattoo. Like, all right, like a tramp stamp, the Game Freak logo, because no one has to know it's a reference to your favorite game company. They would just think that this guy's the Game Freak.
Wow. True.
He's got it right above his butthole.
I
I'm,
have
of course.
yeah. Tramp stamp.
What do you have?
It's the Game Freak logo.
Damn, dude, that was my joke. Bro, come on with your own shit.
Yeah, my bad.
You're stealing shit like that guy from Game Freak that stole all the meetings about should Ash find the One Piece? Should Ash be the Pokemon champion?
Should Ash find the One Piece?
Go to Ash, sleep with Skyla.
Oh yeah, that was another. It was like they leaked so much weird information, and people like found just like crazy shit. Yeah, like they're like.
I can't
ages of
believe they use
pictures.
Angelina Jolie as a reference photo. Like that's just weird.
Who? Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
They
True.
had it was like the black and white gym leaders, and then they had celebrities that they were all based on celebrities. Apparently, I don't know. It was weird.
When
Then
in the original game?
no,
Black
black
and
and
white.
white.
Oh.
No, I'm not black and white. Like they're on Game Boy.
That's why I was
Black and white
confused.
is a game. What was I gonna say? The big one the one that everyone talks about is there was like all the what was it, like stories that were like for I don't know if it's like part of like their lore Bible or what it was, but it was about like Pokemon, like it was a bunch of romance stories. The thing about like Typhlosion like raping a woman
Yeah.
or something.
I saw a few of them. Like, I didn't really read any of them, but like, where were these stories like supposed to
I
be?
don't
Were
even
they like
know. I don't know.
side? Like, it
I didn't
just
look it up because it seemed. I tried to look into it and it seemed kind of boring, but it was just like there's a bunch of Pokemon that they have these like Game Freak has these internal, I guess, these stories. I don't know what they would have been used for. I don't know if it was like some part of like their, again, like they're just their lore Bible that they can pull from, like the rules of the world or
yeah.
whatever. But
They're
it was
writing
like, yeah,
fanfic.
like they were like all these Pokemon like were involved with humans romantically, and
It's
I
kinky fan fiction from the
Mm.
creators.
well, it's not really it's not really fan fiction. It's
Yeah,
if
it's
it's from an
fan fiction
official
because
source.
it's official. Where is it in the game?
It's in red.
It's not in the game, man. It's
Professor
fan
Oak tells you
fiction.
about this. Professor Oak's like,
No,
"Did you know?
you can't just say it's not fan fiction because
Typhlosion.
they made it. The creators made it. It's all fan fiction. It's
You
like, yeah,
got a
it is. If
14-year-old pregnant."
it
Ash.
would be in the game if Typhlosion was fucking raping people, okay?
It says that
It
in
would
this
be in the
Pokedex
game, but it's
entry.
not.
He
It's
says,
fucking
"Watch
fan
out."
fiction. It's
He's
fucking
like,
fan fiction.
"This guy's fucked. This guy, I don't know.
This guy fucks.
This Pokemon's really good. His speed is really good, but he also got
He's
a
really good. So good, you can't
17-year-old
escape
pregnant.
him.
He got a
Escape
17-year-old
him.
pregnant and then gaslit her." That's like
Like
what everyone's saying
the
about it.
worst they had was like eating Magikarp and eating Slowpoke tails.
Yeah.
Like that's the weirdest they got. Otherwise, like they don't have that shit. It's for kids.
Do you think this is fake?
No, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm saying it's fan fiction. The creators wanted to put that shit in, but they're not allowed to.
This is not fan fiction. It's cut
It's
content.
Or
fan fiction.
maybe it's kind of like how when if you're an animator who works at Disney and like you draw like hentai or something, all
Yeah.
that is owned by Disney. Maybe that's like what it is for Game
Yeah,
Freak,
but
where
they
they
just
just write
hide it.
they just write fan fiction and then all that they write is now owned by Game Freak.
So now they
No,
have it. Exactly. That's exactly it.
I think this was one build away from getting put in the game. I think Pokemon Fire Red, there was one
Fire Red
build.
remake,
Yeah, it was like
Typhlosion.
0.1. There was the opening text was the story about Typhlosion getting a 14-year-old pregnant.
Mm.
And then Miyamoto said,
And Ash is that kid. Ash is
Ooh.
Ash's mom.
it was Ash's mom and Mr. Mime. How come that
'Cause
wasn't
that's
one
why
of
you
the
don't
stories?
see Ash's dad. Because
He was an
he's a
animal.
Pokemon.
He was a
That's why he's the
Pokemon.
chosen one. Because he's a Pokemon.
Oh, he was the first Pokemon-born human, and that's what they had that meeting about that got leaked. That's
Damn.
crazy.
That's crazy.
This is like the like Epstein list for European kids.
True.
Kids who love
Talking
Pokemon.
about European kids.
Yeah. Like
Shut
Martian.
the fuck up.
Noah's too
Martian.
European now. He's being assimilated.
Not even in Europe. I mean the bloody UK.
True, they left.
Yeah.
No, they got it. Yeah, they're like, fuck that noise. But yeah, no, they talked about a Pokemon movie. Or not a Pokemon movie, the live action Netflix show, and I think it's called like The Great Detective Pikachu. That's the sequel they have planned for Pikachu.
Yo,
I sent you a link for like all the upcoming stuff.
the Great Detective Pikachu.
Well, he's a great detective. So he's coming back at it. It just made me want to it made me really think about video game movies that are coming out. Do you know that there's like more than 40 live action video game projects in development?
Really?
Yeah,
Right now.
because
I
they're
did
so
not.
good.
There's already so many coming out like that we have just have trailers for. I mean, we touched on Sonic 3 last year or last
Classic.
episode. Right?
Remember? Oh my god.
that
That
hasn't
was
even
so
come out
good.
yet.
Remember when Shadow says that slur in the movie. I can't believe they did that.
You referenced
That was
that in the last
crazy.
episode. You have another joke, Basie, about Shadow?
No, that's it. That's it.
That's the only one. We
That's the only
saw
one.
there was a trailer for that in me and Amanda went and saw Transformers,
Sorry to hear
Transformers
that.
1. It was good. I took a
I heard
25
people liked it.
I took a 25 milligram edible, and
Nice.
Okay,
we went
that's
and
why you
saw it.
liked it.
It was honestly, I was like, because sometimes I'll take an edible and go to a movie, and I'm like, that actually just even if that was a good movie, I just could not pay attention. That just I didn't like that at all. But this was like,
Right.
oh, there's some sick shots that were like, oh, this is nice, some peace. Except we totally got what we deserved because, oh my god, like, li- just we were sitting in the theater, I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's a nice theater in Ellsbury that we're near, and we're like, oh, nice theater experience. I'm just like sitting, watch
Mhm.
the movie, and then like minutes before the movie starts, like all these like families come in with their fucking like four like their like actual toddlers. Because it's it's Transformers. It's like, it's
Yeah.
for babies. It's a baby car movie.
Exactly.
Um it's the babies
I
turn
want
into
to enjoy it
the
myself
cars turn into
without these fucking
the man.
children.
Literally, like, kids, like, screaming. This family that sat beside us, I swear they had 4 kids, and probably what it was, like, 1 kid was wanted to go see the movie and was, like, regulated and able enough to go see the movie, but they had, like, 3 other kids who were just not those were not theater kids. There was one kid who, like, sat, like, 2 seats, like, from me,
Uh-huh.
literally, like, stimming during the movie, like, getting out of the sequel, like,
Oh.
going like this, like, flailing. It was so I was like, "Oh my god, I feel like I'm at work right now." Um, he would, like, get up and his, like, dad would come and, like, he would go to talk to his dad. I was trying so hard just to, like, ignore it because what like, all I can do is just watch the movie and just, like, try to ignore it. I'm not gonna, like, stare. Even though I'm more interested in what was going on with the
With this
family.
kid, yeah.
And they would swap the kids around. At one point, they literally swapped that kid who was, like, not willing to sit through this fucking it's like a not even that long of a movie, but it feels long because it's very much like it's
Shit.
good. Like, I don't know, it's good. It's like there's some good shit in it, Megatron rips a guy in half.
That's
Pretty
pretty
cool.
sick.
Um, but at one point they swapped the kid out and they had like literally a baby. Like it was like a 1-year-old. Like they sit him, they swap him out and they sit him in the chair, the big movie seat, and he's literally like this baby that's like confused and like scared of the lights. Like looking around. I was like trying not to laugh so hard. And then like the lights come on after the movie ends and this baby's just like holding on to the railing, just like staring at
Uh,
me.
uh,
It was like an actual baby that they brought to the movie. I was like, and again, I get it. You probably had one kid who really wanted to go see it, and you're like, oh, this will be like a nice like family outing, and you don't really think it through, and you're like, well, we have 4 kids for some reason, so we have to get them all to the theater and
And no
just
wonder my parents never took me to the movies. What a
yeah,
pain in
man.
the ass that must
you
have
would have
been.
been that baby. You would have been fucking
Yeah, I would
sitting
have
in
been
the
that
chair,
baby.
swinging your arms around. Your dad would have to bring like their own snacks and like put a blanket over you.
Well, I found the master list for all the upcoming shitty video game movies.
Well, I found a better
Mm.
one, and I'm not getting out of this.
Oh,
I have to record, so I'm not getting out of this
where are you
stream.
sending these?
Probably into the chat.
Are they not going
Um,
there? Or, oh,
no, they probably are. Anyways, we saw a trailer for Sonic 3,
Oh,
and
this chat.
Amanda was like, Sonic 3. She didn't know there was a second one because I didn't take her. I didn't force her to go to the second one. You and me went, Chris. Actually,
what? To
do you remember
Sonic?
that?
What?
I still haven't
We
seen a
saw
single
Sonic.
Sonic movie.
We saw
Dude, we
Sonic
saw
2.
You
Yeah,
know, that sounds right because I remember I watched the second one, then I watched the first one by myself, if that makes sense. And the third
that's
one I
sad.
don't want to watch.
The first one I watched with
I would do
Amanda.
the same thing.
The third one I do want to watch. Are you kidding me? With Shadow the Hedgehog, Jim
Mhm.
Carrey came back to acting
He
to
came
do
back to
this.
life.
He came back
Damn,
to
he
life.
never
for
does that shit.
Um, He never acts. He hates movies. Sonic 3 is coming out, and then Minecraft. We didn't talk about Minecraft last time.
Minecraft.
What the hell happened to
Minecraft.
Oh, the stupid
The
Minecraft movie?
movie. It's gonna make
Yeah,
$1 billion
I'm sure it will get a 3.5 out of 10 and be like the highest grossing movie of all time.
of that year. Hopefully not of all time, but probably that year.
It will do shockingly well.
It looks like really bad. Like
it looks aggressively bad. Like
I
the fact
know.
that Jack Black did not like clue in that he should not be part of this project is
Well,
insane.
what? No, he's gonna make so much money from it.
I
He doesn't
know,
care.
but he doesn't need the money. He should have kept his self-respect.
He should have respected Minecraft.
How much you think he's getting paid for it?
Probably.
He probably he volunteered.
I don't even know what actors get. They've stopped saying what actors get paid now. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah,
Robert
for good reason.
Like Robert Downey Jr. Everyone like I think they said they stopped telling people what he got paid after like the second Avengers, but then like they have it. They don't even tell you what budgets are of movies now. They don't even say like how much like what Endgame was or like how much actors got paid for that or like for
Yeah,
Star
they
Wars
don't.
movies.
Yeah, they don't want to admit that 25% of a movie's budget goes towards like 2 actors.
Right? They
Like,
don't want to talk about like Tom Cruise, how much he
mm,
gets paid. So no, he's probably making like a disgusting amount of money.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. It could be fun. It's just always funny to see what people get mad at. Like people are really mad. It's like the sheeps and the llamas look terrible, and it's like you're mad at it's you're not
True,
mad that
actually.
they're making a movie about kids entering the Minecraft world.
yeah.
Like why can't they just make it about like I don't know what else would you make it about? I guess they did try to do that with like Minecraft story mode, and that's just
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah, they fucked up.
I don't know. They my favorite thing about it is like I guess there's the part in the trailer where Jason Momoa's character, who looks like the most unappealing character I've ever seen, um, throws a bunch of random shit onto like a crafting table, and then he
Mhm.
makes like some nonsense, and
Yeah, it's awesome.
people, and then it
Yeah.
started my favorite genre of like screenshots of like streamers just absolutely locked in, making like the dumbest thing ever. Be like fucking like XQC like just like staring at the computer, making like be like pork chops in a U shape. Like people just absolutely trying shit, which I relate to. I remember playing Minecraft and being like, why can't I make a wooden sword? I just have a bunch of sticks in a fucking line, you know? Or like, why can't I make a pickaxe? I'm using like planks. So maybe Jason Momoa is just playing us, the common man.
Mm, true.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Jack Black didn't.
I'm looking at him now. He looks disgusting in this movie, and he's wearing
What is going
fingerless
on?
gloves.
What is going on? I
What?
know he looks like he doesn't even look like a Fortnite character. He looks like a Concord character.
It looks like he just showed up to work. Like that's just like his natural clothing. He just showed up to work wearing his civvies and like, all right, put on these fingerless
No,
gloves and you're good to go.
he looks like they went into like they had the cheapest costume department. Like just pick whatever, just pick random shit. And he's like, well, I'm
Oh,
so
I didn't even
random.
see the tassels coming off the back of it. I didn't even see that.
Maybe he's like a wrestler or something. I don't know. I don't care.
Uh,
Speaking of Concord, that's another adaptation. That's kind of
Oh
do you
oh
yeah?
have
yeah, yeah. Sony banked hard on Concord,
No
and
way.
it's like they burned like $600 million on that game, and it is going to
I wasn't even
continue.
following it. I only heard about it until it was like
They're making a
this.
show?
No, so they're
Yeah,
A
making.
movie?
Well, the guys that did Love, Death and Robots are doing because it's like that guy Tim Miller, his company used to just make like video game trailers for like World of Warcraft, and I think he did like the Shadow the Hedgehog cutscenes or some shit. So they're doing like a Love, Death and Robots, but it's only for video games. So it's all gonna be like a bunch of shorts based on video games. So they're doing like there's gonna be like a Warhammer one, there's like a Pac-Man one, and like a Mega Man one. It looks actually pretty sick. But there's a Concord one because it's definitely just like whatever companies like were paying to get a show in
Yeah,
there. So
definitely.
Sony was definitely like, oh, like this will be great marketing for the season of Concord that we're gonna be in. When everyone's playing Concord, then they can watch the Concord
Well,
show.
it's not even just marketing. Like their intention was to make like an entire universe out of Concord. Like this was supposed to be like the launching point of like a massive universe for like
What
Concord
the
characters and
hell
shit.
even is
And
Concord? It's
it's
just like
nothing. It
it's
is
just
absolutely nothing.
it's just Guardians of the Galaxy and Overwatch,
Mm.
except it looks
And
really
apparently the
bad.
people who are looking at the back end of Steam have apparently been saying that they've been updating Concord. Like it's off Steam, but it's still getting updates. So people
Oh.
are thinking that it's going to come back for like as like free to play or something like that,
Oh my
and
god,
people are
video
still not
games.
going to play it.
Well, is
That's
it so?
crazy.
The thing with video games now, the thing about video
Mhm.
games is that
Tell me about 'em.
they're all pay at what is it called? Live service games now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the big
they
thing.
have to be.
And this thing keeps happening where they keep trying to make a live service game and none of them are being played at all.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Especially when they cost $40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it because of
Yeah.
Fortnite? Is that the thing? Is it because everyone's trying
No,
to
it's
make
because it's just how you make the most money, man.
That's crazy.
That's why you do it.
And
I mean, it
also
is kind of because of Fortnite.
also Sony like doubled down on the shittiness factor and released at the same time that Deadshot or Deadlock came out. So they
What's-
kind of
what's
Oh
just
yeah,
Deadlock?
they got
that was
fucked.
a man, they fucked themselves.
It was
What the
it's the
hell is
Valve
Deadlock?
hero shooter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it good?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
I've been playing it. It's pretty sweet.
We're thinking it's good. What makes it different from your average hero shooter?
Nothing.
It's like MOBA.
Oh,
So it's
now I'm
like
really interested. Now you've got me.
I really
Yeah,
think
And
you're
now I
interested.
don't want to play it.
Now you
Yeah,
say-
it's it's like a fucking
beautiful, perfect game.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's just fun to just run around and shoot people and shoot the things, and it's just
Sometimes it
busy
is,
work to do. Because
Sometimes
there's like mobs, like there's units to shoot. There's just things to shoot, and when you have things to shoot, you're having fun.
well, then there you go. Sometimes that's all you need.
And that's
The
why games like Concord are not fun, because it's like you're never shooting anything.
I guess I don't know. I didn't follow any of it. I was just getting like Schadenfreude from it. I was like, oh, that's awesome. A huge swing from a big company. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like get
Absolutely.
devastated. Yeah,
That's
fuck
awesome.
those guys.
And it's crazy that they keep trying to do shit like that. It's also like everyone's just jealous of these games that like really invested into having a good game first, and then they suddenly get all this like marketing and like money. Like not that Fortnite was like a good game because it was just a fucking like protect shit from zombies, and then they added like a PUBG mode because
Yeah,
they already had the engine that was like a decent engine, and then they're like, oh, fucking Star Wars wants to be in this, so then
yeah.
it just
It's the
kept making
smartest thing
money,
they could ever fucking done.
right?
Honestly.
And then it's the same stuff with like you look at like Rainbow Six Siege. That game came out what like 10 years ago,
Yeah, and they just put a battle pass in it.
and now like Rick and Morty are in it. Like
What? In Rainbow Six?
yeah, and like there's like Star Wars characters.
No. What
Did
the
you
fuck?
see that there's a Rick and Morty anime? That's apparently like one of the worst things ever made.
Apparently it's
Anime?
really bad.
It
Apparently
is
it's like really
it's
like
already animated.
Yeah.
I
So
kept
now it's
seeing because
Japanese animation.
for some reason I'm following the Rick and Morty Facebook page. No, I think I'm watching. Actually, no, that's not true. I'm following the Adult Swim Facebook page from like when I was in high school, and it'll clips of this anime will come up, and I'll just read the comments because Facebook comments are always like exclusively wrong. Like they're exclusively just like very like always right leaning. They hate everything. So I always just like scroll through the Facebook comments to see what's going on. Everyone hates this anime, but they're all saying it because like they hate anime.
Right.
So they're like, this is so I'm like, okay, well, like, can I find what if someone who like had a normal
Somebody who
opinion?
likes anime.
What if like a normal,
Somebody who's
just like someone who's
unbiased.
like, what if someone who like doesn't is normal? Okay, they don't have to like anime. Okay, they don't even have to like Rick and Morty. It's just like, what does someone think of the content purely? Um, and apparently it's also just bad from the
It's just
research I
shit.
did.
Yeah.
It's just bad. It doesn't make any sense. It's like incoherent. The animation is terrible. The voices are terrible. Yeah. Also, I watched that new because they have Rick and Morty on Netflix in the UK. So I watched the new season with the
Yeah.
fucking the new voices, the new the Justin Roiland replacements
Oh
they brought
God.
in. Man,
How is it?
honestly, Rick is fine. Morty is terrible, and I know people say that about the Morty voice, anyways. Or
Uh-huh.
Justin Roiland's fucking because he does that one voice and he does that voice for like a million characters. Well,
Yeah.
not anymore because he's in jail or whatever. Um, this guy though is just like, oh my god, it's like grating, especially in episodes where they still do these like lore episodes. So it's like you have like episodes where just Morty talking to like another Morty for the whole episode, and it's really great. Like there's moments where I'm like, I think I had it on when I was like ripping packages open to like so I could put it in our cardboard box.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god, brother. But Rick is fun. Whatever. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, they're in Rainbow Six Siege. They're just like
Yeah, I did.
characters.
I looked that up. I didn't believe you, and then I saw it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?
That's awesome.
That is
Uh
crazy."
anyways, that Minecraft movie looks like fucking uh poo, but it'll come out. Do you know that Mortal Kombat is coming out next year? Mortal Kombat 2
Mortal Kombat
Is that
2.
is that a movie or a game?
movie. They could
Oh,
make they could easily make a game called Mortal Kombat 2 because they just made a game
Yeah.
called Mortal Kombat 1 for some fucking reason.
because they ran
So
out of numbers. They can't just
that
keep
would be
saying Mortal Kombat 23.
no, exactly. Um, or you could just put the year too. Why don't you just put the year? More games. I don't know why more games don't just fucking do that. Well, now everything is a service, right? So like Call of Duty doesn't have to do that because they just have Warzone, right? And
Yeah,
like,
but they
but they
still
sh-
release new games.
I guess they still do. They should be the ones doing it though. They should be doing it. Should be Call of Duty 25 with like an apostrophe 25,
Mm.
right? Mortal Kombat should be doing
Yeah,
that.
but then it sounds like one of those fucking what's it games, you know?
Sport games, but that's basically
Yeah,
what they're
sport like
doing.
a gross sports game. Ugh.
That's basically what they're
Ugh.
doing though. Every year, it's just the new season of that
No, it's
engine
different. It's
of
different.
that game. It's different. There's a story. Captain Price has to go to Brazil and tackle Brazilians off rooftops. Now, remember we watched Mortal Kombat during COVID,
Uh-huh.
like the new movie that came out.
That was good times, man.
That movie sucked ass. They made up a character.
What?
They fucking they made up a guy to be the main character, and his power was that he could take punches and then make a weapon out of the punches that he was getting, and then he
I don't
killed.
remember this. But that sounds
Yeah,
like
it's
Mortal
because this movie sucks
Kombat.
so bad. You don't remember that there was like a fake made up character, and he summoned
Yeah.
He summoned Scorpion like a fucking like Pokemon. Scorpion was like within his heart or whatever, and he
Wow.
fights Sub
That's
Zero and like he
beautiful.
fights Sub Zero in a in the octagon in like an MMA ring. That movie is so fucking boring. They made shit up. Do you remember? You don't remember this because this movie was so forgettable. We literally all watched this on stream, but I guarantee you don't remember that they all have powers. They all go to the Outworld or whatever, and then they all, because they go to Outworld, they gain powers. Everyone, including like Jax, and Jax's power is his robot arms.
Right.
Like they grow because of magic. Because when they go, they each get a magic power. So like Sonya Blade she shoots like beams out of her hand.
Right.
Because I guess in the original game she could do that, but then they removed that in every other Mortal Kombat game because they're like, oh well, no, let's just have some people that are just guys like Jax. But in this, they're like, no, they all have magic. Kano doesn't actually have a robotic eye that shoots a laser. That's magic. He has a fucked up eye, but it's
I don't
magic.
think I watched this movie, man. I don't think I
You
watched this
literally,
movie.
you
No,
literally were like,
I remember like the Outworld thing or whatever, like going to a different world, but I don't remember it giving them the powers. But it sounds stupid enough to be true.
I think they made this movie on like $1 million. Like I think the budget was really really small. I think they all filmed it in like Australian quarries and in backyards and shit. Because like the biggest actor in it was like the main guy probably, and then also like the guy who played Liu Kang, I think was kind of big. I don't remember anyone else that was in this. Anyways, look forward to that new Mortal Kombat 2. And then in fall of next year, it's Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Already, huh? Didn't that just come out?
Have you seen Five Nights at Freddy's the movie?
No. I don't spend my money on fucking shit.
It's been out for like it's been out for a year. You
Every movie
definitely
that
could
comes
watch it
out
for
is
free.
shit.
I have never watched a movie, nor have I ever played one of the games.
It's fucking garbage. Why would I watch that?
You've never played Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, I never cared. Like that's all. Like back when we were in like high school or
you
whatever,
played
all the popular like YouTubers are
all the
playing
popular
it.
kids were playing Five Nights at Freddy's,
and I didn't want to be part of that.
We played it at
Just
Matt's
contrarian.
house on Halloween. We played Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
Yeah, we played ages
I was
ago.
super into the lore.
A lot of people were, and I couldn't
actually
care
good.
less. It's just a bunch of animatronic garbage that I didn't like looking at because it looks disgusting. Like I don't like the look of the game.
I thought it was scary. I think it's a good concept. I actually love the guy who makes them, even though he's super.
Well, no. How many of games have you played? Have you played all 10 games?
They're too scary. I don't play them. I just watch. I watch Markiplier play them. No,
smart.
Or Amanda. Amanda actually used to play Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and she could beat it, which I always thought was very impressive.
Oh,
wow!
Yeah.
She sped run the game.
She was in the top 30 players.
Nice.
But we saw the movie on Halloween last year because that was the big thing. It's like, it's coming out on Halloween. I'm like, all right, well that'll be fun. So we went with like some of our friends, and it's terrible. It's
Five Nights at Freddy's, yeah, man.
It's really bad. I thought it would be
not good.
They should have made it really scary, and instead they made it very quirky and funny. And the animatronics are friends. They're helping us. And they made it was a kids movie, which I guess that is the audience, which is unfortunate. Josh Hutcherson acted his heart out. I fully believe that he thought he was gonna die in Five Nights at Freddy's world.
You know, I just Googled Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and the cast showed up, and I just learned that Matt Pat is in Five Nights at Freddy's.
I swear I've talked about this on either the show or in person, but yes, he plays a waiter
named Ness.
And when they're talking about what's going on, I think he literally says that's just a theory. But
I hope that's true.
And I'm pretty sure I think in the theater we watched it in, there were probably some like high school girls with clown makeup that were like screaming when Matt Pat showed up. And I don't mean clown makeup as in like something an incel would say about a woman wearing a lot of makeup. I mean literally like
What are
like
you
red,
laughing at?
like with like red noses and like diamonds on their head, on their eyes. And then after we saw, and then I had to like people we were with were like, "What was that about?" I'm like, that's Matt Pat from fucking Game Theory. Do you know Game Theory? No. Oh, it's a YouTube show where they do theories on games.
Mm.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
And then after we went to this is a tangent story, but we went to a drag show. It was because it was on, this is like not on Halloween. I think it was like right on around Halloween, but there was this drag show. It was like a
Mhm.
Halloween themed drag show. And
Mhm.
the drag queen that was hosting it was like, "Wow, we just got back from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie or whatever. Like, oh, we saw it this weekend." And like everyone, it's like me and like we're obsessed. We're like diehards. We know all the lore, and like everyone was like saying it was so bad, and they know, but like we're like, oh, you don't know the lore. It's like so we're just like laughing at them because we knew it was so good. And I'm like, bitch, I know the lore too. I watched fucking every Matt Pat video on this show. I used to watch Markiplier on day one, find every single Easter egg and beat the game and find every ending for all these games.
You're really cool.
Okay, I'm much cooler than her, and I thought this movie sucked. I thought it sucked
Damn.
ass.
Yeah, she
It
doesn't
sucked.
fucking know.
No, she saw the lore and she was like, "I love this." She was blinded by her own nostalgia for Mad Pat. Anyways, yeah, look forward to that next year.
Can't wait.
Street
Oh, I'm so excited.
Street Fighter. They have a release date for the Mario Bros. 2 movie. Did you know it's coming out on April 3rd of 2026?
Ooh, do they have one for the Zelda movie? I'm more excited for that.
Well, first you have to
Well,
not kill
no.
yourself before 2026
Oh,
so that you can go
Oh,
see the Mario movie. Okay. The Zelda movie's TBA. But
Zelda movie? That's not gonna fucking happen.
they're
If it hasn't
making it.
happened yet, it's not gonna happen.
nah, it's happening.
Nintendo doesn't care anymore. Miyamoto's about to die, so they're like, "Oh, now we can get away with all the shit we've always wanted to do."
We can
Like
do anything.
Mario Lego, and there's a Mario movie, and Mario Disney World, and a Zelda movie. Um, right after Mario Bros. 2, it's Angry Birds 3. If you guys are ready for that.
Did you see the other one? Wait, I didn't know there was a second one.
I've seen Angry
Was it?
Birds 1.
Yeah,
Wait,
Angry
watch that.
Birds came out.
Watch
Wait,
that
there's a third
Matt's
Angry
house.
Birds coming out?
There's a third Angry
What are you
Birds movie.
saying?
There's
That's
a
crazy.
Bioshock movie in development.
Oh.
This is the one that's
See
always
that.
funny to me. There's a Death Stranding movie.
Oh.
It's literally just gameplay footage. It's
I
just a
don't
full
know.
walkthrough of the
I
game.
don't understand what you would get out of a movie for this. I don't understand the
Oh,
This is
there's a
also like
There's a Stray movie. I'm excited for that.
there's a Stray movie in development. The
Why are
game
they
with the
making
cat.
movies about games that are just movies to begin with?
Why are they making movies about games?
Why that too?
I
That's a
firmly
good question.
I used to just get excited about any time that they would make an adaptation of anything. Literally anything. I
Mhm.
would just be like, that's
Mhm.
cool that they're putting that. But like movies on about games are like inherently bad unless you can come up with a concept that is a movie first.
I feel like
Do you know what I
nowadays
mean?
they have a slightly
Right.
higher chance because the budgets tend to be a lot higher.
But
So
even
like
as
they
a
have
movie though. But even as a
yeah.
movie, it's like why is this a movie?
Like
You
I'm
have to
reading this
ask.
fucking list. Like there's a Just Dance thing on this list. I'm like, how is
It's
that a
like
movie?
how is that like
Dragon's Lair.
what is the purpose of that? Even if you look at like the Mario movie, like I like it because it's Mario on the screen, which is
Mhm.
crazy. But
Hmm.
like that's not a he's getting power-ups. What is that? Like they're not there's no it's not a movie. Like it's just the things. It's just the things from the game on the screen in a story. Like you're not
Mm.
it's not like it has no purpose really. The only movie video games I think that like make sense are like Mortal Kombat, and not only the one from the 90s, because it's
Mhm.
just a kung fu movie. It's just a dumb kung fu like tournament movie, which they made a lot of, and then that's easy. You can just be like, this is a dumb kung fu tournament with like a little bit of like lore, and it's cheesy. But then other than that, it's like the reason they made a game was so that like to go with a mechanic. The story was like most of these games that they make movies of, it's like the story's only there to like just be dressing on top of the mechanic that they made or the engine that they made. So it's like unless you're coming out with like an awesome sick concept, it's like you're kind of just, I don't know, putting a hat on a hat. So it's like with Death Stranding, it's like that story only is there for like the gameplay, which is like this very like cathartic traveling balance, this like weird ass game, Strand type game, as Kojima calls it.
Mhm.
How are you like adding anything to that as a movie? Like,
You don't need to add
do you,
anything to it as long as you make a profit. Doesn't
Yeah, you
matter.
just need to make money, man.
I guess so. Yeah, true.
And
I
you
mean,
know they're gonna make money because no one's gonna go see it. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, is Norman Reedus a pull? I guess
A
I'd go
what?
see it. Is he a
A
pull? Is he a
poll?
draw for audience?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I guess so.
You don't like Norman Reedus with his
I
funky
like Norman
fetus?
Reedus. I like Norman Reedus. I love him in the game. I think the only people that like him a lot are people from the South and like weird hillbillies who are like, I love Norman Reedus and The Walking Dead. He's just like me. And
He's
then
just like me.
they go to see this movie and it's like, what? A baby.
What the fuck?
Hideo
Norman.
Kojima.
Hideo Kojima.
They're making a
Kojima.
Dredge. They're making a Dredge movie.
That's awesome. These movies are not being made.
Bro, it's I was gonna tell you one of the guys working on it, but I don't know who fucking any of these guys are. Duke Nukem. They want to make a Duke Nukem.
Yes, dude. Duke Nuke them.
What about El Paso Elsewhere? What's that?
I don't even know what that is.
El Paso Elsewhere. Oh, that's
The
Elsewhere is
vampire
that
shooter.
place in Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
So
No,
maybe it's like Mexican cats.
no, it's not that. Oh,
You
that'd be a
sure?
cool concept. Maybe that's what Stray will be.
Mexican cats.
We'll just do cats. I didn't actually play Stray, but it's what, like it's cyberpunk, so it's just like cyberpunk cats.
It's like cyberpunk cats.
Sign me up. Gears of War. One of the co-writers from Dune has put a script up.
Dune.
We're making a
Tune.
Ghost
When's
of
Thrune
Tsushima.
coming out?
I don't know. That's not a video game, so I don't care. I only care about video games being made into movies, like the Ghost of Tsushima movie. That is has the John Wick director on board.
Did you ever beat that?
Did you ever
No.
beat John Wick?
No. John Wick kept killing me in the game. You can't actually beat him. That part's really hard. How is it good? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Where it's like they're making a Ghost of Tsushima movie. It's like of what is that then? Just like a
He's the
cool,
Ghost of Tsushima.
like a cool, like Japanese Edo era samurai movie. It's like it's just the IP. It's just the name. Then, at that point,
But
Yeah,
isn't
that-
that
that's
what all the
literally
movies were?
how
That's what
almost
the
all
World
of
of
them work.
Warcraft movie was.
Yeah.
what's that movie?
The World of Warcraft movie was just like that. It was nothing like the fucking game.
You just need the
Yeah,
name.
but they were like, we need to really make a movie about this cool orc story. I think would make a good movie.
I'm telling you, all these video game movies are not coming out. And if they do, all of them are gonna suck.
Do you think Slime Rancher the movie is coming out?
Basically, what
Is
about
it?
what about Mega Man?
No. None of
What
like if
What,
these
what about
movies come
what
out, they're
about
gonna
Saints
suck.
Row? I want a Saints Row movie.
Mega Man they are making and Portal because they're all gonna be in that video game show I talked about with Concord.
They're making Portal a Portal movie.
Well, no, it's gonna be like a Portal, like 10 minutes short, and it's probably gonna be like she makes a
Oh,
Portal, and then you watch that and go, "Whoa, that was cool."
whoa.
That was
Valve's
cool. I
really
hope
fucking coming back, dude. They're really doing some shit.
they're making a Sifu short for that as well. Did you know about that?
Wow, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Should I sign up for Game Radar? Oh, this is my favorite one ever. The Division announced this is at either a games. I think this is at E3, one of the last E3s. Rest in peace.
Rest in
But
peace.
the Division announced that they were going to make a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain. Why are you shaking your head?
Because they're not.
Yeah, nothing's been said about it for 2 years now. It's
They're
not
not making.
happening.
They're not making
In
this shit.
2021.
It's garbage.
2021 they said, and they said they're gonna do it. And I remember literally watching that and going to Amanda, and I'm like, or someone, and I said, write this down. This movie will be either 50% on Rotten Tomatoes or less than 50% when this comes out. There's no way The Division, which isn't even a game concept, the game doesn't even have a concept. It's just shooting in the streets and closing car doors. This movie will either not come out or it'll be terrible. And so far, it's just not come out.
Holy
The point
shit.
is I'm
The
just
New
always
World,
right.
the New World expansion is $81.
The New World
From
expansion?
Amazon. I saw that. I saw a trailer. I remember I saw a trailer for that on a
$81.
YouTube ad, and I was like,
Do
"Is this
people
for an
play it?
MMO? What is this?" And then it was like for New World, and I'm like, "New World has like characters."
New World
I
has
forget.
players.
Was New World paid for or was it free?
Yeah, you pay for it, and they're like, "Yeah, man, there's no subscription. You just have to pay for like shit." Is this an expansion? It just says New World Aeternum.
You're buying a
Eternum.
computer.
Standard edition is $81. The deluxe edition is $109.
You better not need to buy the base game to like get this.
Yes, you
Because
do.
like-
And it's content. Apparently, it says it's content for this game. Oh no, this is content for this game. $40 for. Okay, is this the expansion? What the
New
fuck is
World.
this? It says add
excited-
to cart, like I don't have it, but I have.
Like I'm not gonna
New
pay
World.
the $81. I'm gonna pay the $81.
I'm gonna pay it. I
I'm
need to
gonna
play
pl-
New World.
I'm gonna play New World.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have
the game's in my library right now.
Yeah,
like,
but-
Eternum.
Yeah, that's so weird. So it's $81, and then the expansion is $40. Okay, there's 2 expansions. I know that's the deluxe edition. Let's check the stats.
Check how many
Steam
players are
charts.
playing New
Steam
World right
chart.
now. It's a very video game heavy episode. Are they making a New World movie? Computer
Probably.
I
short.
fucking know it.
They're making a Concord short.
There's a lot of players. 54,000 24-hour peak. That's still a lot of players.
53,000. Yeah, because literally today is when the thing came out. Before that, it was 6,000 players peaked.
It's more than like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
You see that? It like
I-
only jumped that high because it literally came out today.
Oh, that makes sense. And then it's gonna plummet right back down
And
tomorrow.
it's going to fucking oh my god, literally 5,000 players, and they only got 10 times their player count. 700.
Good chunk of money though. Everyone comes in.
I don't think they're gonna get their money fucking back from this.
How much does it cost to make a New World expansion? Like dev wise, probably what, like $175?
Yeah,
Then you just make your money back from.
bro, an all-time peak of
54,000 playing.
900,000.
And
And
we were
that's when
part.
you
We were
couldn't
part
even,
of that peak.
We couldn't even play together. They wouldn't even let us spawn together, and then
Did
some
we?
people couldn't even get into the game.
Yeah, I
What
don't
was
know
the
if I ever
selling point of
played
that
with
game? It was
anyone.
like, what was the selling point? It was like the most. I hate MMOs. I don't.
It was like
I
open
don't
world
remember.
PvP. It was cool.
It was
fucking
cool
like
until I started doing the math and realizing how long it was going to take me to grind my levels all the way up. And I'm like, no, I'm not this retarded. This is why I stopped playing Guild Wars. This is why I don't want to play World of Warcraft. I'm not going to
or
start this on New
fucking
World.
RuneScape.
Yeah, fucking RuneScape.
RuneScape
Or
is the
once
same
you
thing. So
hit
much
level
grinding.
93 in RuneScape, you're halfway to the max level. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
fucking
every
stupid.
every 2 years a new fucking Korean Vietnamese MMO comes out and they're like, this is the
Throne and
best.
Liberty. Is that what you're talking
This is the
about?
best game ever. Yeah, that's the new one. There's a quintuple A game.
Double A. Was it Thrones and Liberty? Throne
It's
and
just
Liberty.
I don't even know
like
this one. Throne of Liberty.
Yeah, it's just
half
like
a screen of text. Do you ever see what like Black Desert looks like?
yeah, it sucks.
Have
Dude,
you ever seen like the UI of Black Desert?
Yeah.
This is why we need E3
always
back.
changing environment. Dude, it's
We need-
literally it's like a crypto scam. This is literally
Yeah.
exactly like a crypto scam.
Exactly. That's why we need like can you imagine the E3 press conference for Concord? And then people would actually know what it is. Right? If you had a guy up there, who could you get? You could get like someone from
Didn't they have
fucking
a thing?
Bob's Burgers.
Did they have like a
No.
Sony thing?
There was a Sony thing, but
Like
it
state of play. That's
people are
not
pretty
fun.
sure it was ripped out because there was like no new game content. So people are pretty sure that Concord was supposed to be the highlight of that event, but because the game had already
Wow.
gone down to the shitter by then, it had to get ripped out entirely.
What the fuck? Why would they announce the game after they released it?
Well,
This
they
is
do that sometimes. Like when a game just comes out, and then if there's like an event right afterwards, they'll do like a trailer to like raise hype for it or whatever. They do that
Okay,
sometimes.
but maybe I guess they were like, oh yeah, we're Sony, dude. People will buy Concord.
Nope.
People will buy a guy with green skin and
What were
some of
they
the
thinking,
worst
man? The art
character designs.
sucked. I think that they're gonna
just looks so
redesign the
boring.
characters and then re-release it free to play.
I don't think they're
I don't
self-aware
think
enough to realize that everyone hates the characters. They're just gonna release it free to play, then be confused why no one's still
I think
playing
it's
it.
just it's just boring to look at. It's not that like the characters needed to be fucking anime. Although
No, it's because there was no hype behind it.
Is that all it takes though? I think honestly that is all
No.
it takes. I think that if they made the characters into like if it looked like fucking dog shit slop like a fucking Genshin Impact game, people like are so fucking they're slugs. Like they will play every game where characters just look like that and it's like a gacha whatever. If it was like a hero shooter and all the characters were from fucking Honkai Star Rail or whatever the fuck, or Metaphor, or whatever like absolute slop is released. And if a character had blue hair and heterochromia and two different colored eyes, people would be like, "This, I love this game." Actually,
and I buy
I'm
it.
I'm gonna cosplay as this. Instead, they chose to make a green man. Stay losing, I guess. Should have made a little anime boy.
How much is
little
Metaphor?
anime boys? I don't even know what it is. It's like is it Atlas? Is it like a
Yeah,
is
it's a Persona game.
It just looks like Persona.
It's $94. God damn it.
Yeah, man. Don't buy games. Just emulate.
I've been
Game Boy.
emulating Xenoblade.
There you go. Emulate Game Boy
I hate
Advance
myself.
games. Emulate movie tie-in DS games. That's what everyone should be doing right now. And basically, the other thing people should be doing right now is listening to the show. So you got to tell them where to find it. You look like Professor X in Cerebro.
My mind.
You Cerebro.
You can find us in Magneto's Nazi flashbacks.
If this is us, he goes, he's like crawling on the floor and he's Professor X plays all the episodes of Post Unavailable to him in his mind and it puts him into a shock and he puts a missile, he's like about to like launch a missile at the White House.
That's how he would stop me. He would just replay every episode of Post Unavailable that I've been a part of.
He would put me into a world, he'd like reset me where I have to like edit just any episode of this show, and I've lost the edit. It'll just be like this nightmare where I have to keep re-editing this fucking show. No, you can actually find us on iTunes and Spotify. There's 2 episodes that will come up. I'll post this. This will be fun. These will come out. People can skip through them. Heavily edited. I think the one we did, we record like hour and a half, and it's like less than an hour, for good reason. So check that out, bro. Check it out. And we'll see you guys soon. Chris, what are we talking about next time?
More Concord and Metaphor Refantasio.
We're actually gonna get into Concord. We're gonna get really super into it. I'm gonna try and find a copy in a dumpster by my GameStop, and I'm gonna become the top player in the world. So look forward to those exploits next time. Until then, so long.
So long, Gay Bowser.
Gay Bowser, gay viewer. Wait, one more
Gay
time.
viewer?
Ready? Nice and clean.
Okay. So
So
long,
gay
gay
viewer. I think there's a mic.
I
delay.
genuinely don't know what you guys are usually saying, so I just stay quiet. Is it so long, gay viewer?
yeah,
that
you
what-
got it.
It is. It's
Okay.
like what Mario says. It's a reference.
Remember when?
Because I
Mario
also wasn't
throws
sure if you're
Bowser?
saying so long, Gabe Newell. I'm like,
So
why you guys
long, Gabe Newell.
This isn't that nerdy. I mean, it is, but it's not. We're not a gamer podcast.
We'll do the
Chris.
Dax Flame thing. Okay. Okay. You like that? That's Dax Flame's meme. He goes.
It's hard to.
he
He's
goes,
hard to watch because he's too funny. So I'm just like,
"Okay."
it's too much.
And it kind of looks like he's doing the white power thing. So
That's why
it's
he
like
does
a
it.
little iffy. It's a little iffy, so I'm not sure, but
All
he
hey,
goes,
all power to
"Okay."
him. If white power means loving Dax Flame, then hey, white power.
You know, he is tough to watch, though. It's hard. I can't do it, man.
I'm ending the show.